and you've been in our lives. I don't think anybody really realized where you were, what was happening with you. So what made you decide now to finally just say, okay, here's what's going on?
I think once I talked about postpartum depression and opened up about that and had really no idea what the backlash was going to be. There was a lot of support on one hand from people that understood and had been through it. And then there were a lot of people who were like I talk about Neutrogena dropping me because of it. And I had no idea what that was going to, like the repercussions of that. And I was like, you know what? I need to open up and I need to dare to be brave and hopefully help other people do the same and, help women, help everyone. But so many people are curious about like the lives we lead.
I
mean, we even worked together, and we weren't on the set together, but we did racing stripes together, and I do talk about that in the book too.
But especially when you've been in our lives for over 30 years, on our screens, people want to know what that looks like.
And you started being in our lives. You were only 4 years old when you were cast on One Life to Live. And then you followed that with Guiding Light.
Oh, look at you. What a little peanut.
And you write about how, like many soap opera characters, yours experienced maximum drama in every imaginable way.
Absolutely.
So what kind of impact did it have on you to be exposed to all of those emotions at the age of 4 and 5? I mean, at such young age.
I didn't know at the time the damage that it was going to, do to me, but when they figure out that you can cry on cue, and I call them triggered tears in the book, they write it in every scene. They want you to do it over and over, and especially on soap operas. I mean, my character had leukemia, like fake leukemia twice, then shot her mom's boyfriend. I mean, it was like a daily.
That sounds about
right.
Yeah.
And that was only, 4 to 8 to 12 years old. So, but I had to get into these mental places where as a kid, it was just like the loss of a pet. And then as I got older, it just became darker and darker and darker imagery and holding that in. And then there was the praise that comes afterwards. So my mind's going, oh my gosh, this feeling, this horrible feeling makes other people happy. And makes my mom love me and proud of me. And so it was just very, very confusing. And then over the years, it just ended up just having so much pent-up resentment because I never said no. I never put boundaries in place. I
And
never
how
said,
would
I'm not
you at
comfortable.
such a young age?
I
Because
never
we learned
thought
that
no
along
was
the
an
way.
option.
People are going to learn so much about this book, about themselves through this book, because there are a lot of those wow moments. Like you would never think a child actress would go through that, right?
Right.
And you talked about your mom. Now, your mom was also an actress. She was also your manager and acting coach for many, many years. And you say you write in the book, you ended the business relationship of that in hopes of just having a mother-daughter relationship. Now, in the lead up to your book launch, unfortunately, your mom released the following statement. She says, after 20 years of trauma, I took the advice of professionals and chose the no contact route. So she has no contact with you. Are you hopeful that you might find a path to some sort of reconciliation?
Can you read the look on my face? Can you read the bubble over my head? Fill in the blanks? There's, just because somebody is related to you does not mean you are obligated to have a relationship with them, especially when it causes you harm and trauma. And I also didn't know that was an option to me. But when it gets to a certain point and someone is obviously more concerned about themselves than they are their own child, then that door, she slammed it pretty hard in my face. I've always said in the interviews, I hold on to a little bit of hope and leave that door cracked, and then she slammed it on me.
Well, Hayden, you go into heartbreaking detail about postpartum depression, something I've also experienced. And you were going through it twice, because in your real life and as your character, Juliet Barnes on Nashville. Now, Can you explain what you felt when you knew something wasn't right?
Let's see. I'm trying to go through it. I had a great pregnancy. Worked throughout my pregnancy. Then I almost didn't make it through the birth, and then it wasn't. I don't feel like I became cognizant of how depressed I was, or that things weren't changing for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I was like, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then it wasn't until like 10 months later that I'm going, oh my gosh, is this my new normal? Like,
Postpartum can last up to 2 years.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it can last even longer than that.
Yeah.
I've found out, but so few people know about it. No woman ever said that they had it to me. No one ever shared a story with me, and I don't know whether that's because they actually didn't go through it, or they were just too scared to even admit.
They didn't want to tell you. They didn't want to tell you to scare you.
Yeah.
Well, in media, they talk a lot about postpartum psychosis. So as a mom, you often think if you want to hurt your child, are you going through something? And there's something way more common in between there that is so painful to go through.
And I went through treatment and therapy, and I came out the other side sober, but still with this horrible anxiety and depression. And here I am with this beautiful, baby girl with this incredible personality, and I've got, blessed life, and I could not get myself out of the mud. I was just so stuck. I started not even being able to leave my house unless it was for work. That was it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna end up screwing up my child like my mom messed me up. So that was a fear.
How old is your baby now?
But we have an amazing relationship now. She's 11 years old.
Oh,
she actually. Good. Thank you. She FaceTimed me the other day and she called me Brittany. She goes, hi, Brittany. I was confused for a second. I was like, this girl's watching Bring It On. Oh my gosh. And she's using me too now. Right. She goes and calls me and goes, can you FaceTime with my friend? She just really loves you.
And Hayden, I have to say, they sent us your book in a PDF this weekend, and I could not put it down. I'm halfway through. There's so much I didn't know about you, someone who's been a fan of yours your whole career, but it will help people. And I just want to say, you are becoming a cool mom because you now have a daughter who's starting to watch your projects. What does that mean to you to get to see her see what you love doing?
Oh, I mean, it makes me, she grew up, her favorite movie was Racing Stripes. She's an avid horse jumper, just dressage. This child lives on a horse. Wow. Yeah, I've got it in my genes too. My great uncle actually was the youngest man to ever win the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, wow.
But it's not on paper or on Googleable because they were pulling him aside going, do not tell anybody that this happened.
What then?
Cool. So maybe it's in the genes.
Yes.
Hayden's book, This Is Me, A Reckoning, and the audiobook are available tomorrow wherever books are sold. Scan the QR code on your screen to purchase a copy. We'll be right back. Do yourself a favor. Get the book. Listen to it.
In her personal life, Hayden found love with Ukrainian boxing champion Wladimir Klitschko. After their relationship resumed in 2013, the couple became engaged, and in December 2014, they welcomed their daughter, Kaya. But motherhood came with struggles Hayden later spoke openly about. In 2018, she and Wladimir ended their relationship, while their daughter remained a central part of both their lives. Kaya later spent much of her time with her father in Ukraine, and when Russia's full-scale invasion began in 2022, Hayden faced a terrifying new fear for her daughter's safe chapters. She leaves behind a daughter, a body of work, and a story of a woman who kept fighting to find her way back to herself. Rest in peace, Hayden Panettiere.